Sorry, guys. Just checking to make sure it was on. Didn't mean to startle everybody.
Oh, good. You decided to go with that person, the HEC person. Yeah, yeah. Fantastic. Oh, I need people.
That's awesome.
Uh-oh. Did I not? I didn't.
Just in case you need me to be in case you're forgetting some of it already.
Yeah, well, it's true sometimes with my brain, yeah, right?
Okay.
So it's Shana Bat Harav.
Avraham. The Yafa. It's my mother.
Your mama. The Yafa. Wonderful, Shauna. Thank you so much. In memory of him as well, you know, it's special. We will.
I got it.
Do you and Andrew want to light candles
He's
in
up
memory
front.
of Kaya?
It's mom.
Oh, no, it's mom's.
Yeah,
right?
it's my mom.
Oh,
Virginia
light,
Rose.
yeah, okay. Light the candles.
That's why I'm Shoshana Arza. Shoshana's Rose for mom.
Yeah. Beautiful. Let me get my things together. Oh, it's right on time.
Perfect timing.
Oh, you know what? Miss Barbara, can you please help me get my step? Hi, Judy. How are you? I'm so good.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, good.
Three of us
I
match.
know, I looked at my calendar and thought, oh, Torah study.
How's everything? How's your break? Or how's like the holidays?
It's such a, don't fall off work. We don't have a live audience.
Only for me.
Yeah, no, it just seems like such a world is in such a odd place.
It's very true. It's hard to be grateful when there's so much happening. Yeah, but
I'm here.
you're here. Wonderful. We should get started. I realize that we're around 7 o'clock right now. So.
That's why I'm standing here.
Oh no, that's funny.
Well, here is standing here. So it looks like something's going on.
I mean, valid. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We'll begin with Hine Matov, which can be found if you need the words on page 10. It is so good to be together tonight celebrating Shabbat. It is my excitement and my pleasure to be back here after a few well-needed weeks away with my family. I hope you enjoyed Rabbi Julie, Rabbi Einstein coming and leading, but it is my pleasure to be back on this bima. For those of you who don't know me, I am Cantor Jenna Sagan, and it is my pleasure to be your senior clergy at CBT. Before we go any further, let's greet each other. Let's say hello. Shabbat Shalom. Turn to someone you came with. Say hi. How's everybody doing? We're at the last Shabbat of 2023. Give a hug. Give some love. Shabbat Shalom. Make sure you've said hello to someone you came with. Maybe someone you haven't come with, you haven't seen in a while. It's a wonderful way to end our secular year and move into our new year. Well done, I didn't even have to rein you in. You knew, we said our hellos, and now we're ready. At this point, as we have given some love to those around us, now we give love to the light of Shabbat. So we're going to welcome Barbara Heimoff to light our Shabbat candles in memory of her mother. And we ask that you please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Amen. You may be seated. We continue responsively on page 9 in our prayer books, at the top of page 9. There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation. There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal. So, we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace. We continue embracing Shabbat with Lecha Dodi, which can be found on page 20 in your prayer books, page 20. We will be singing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we reach verse 9, we will rise and greet our Sabbath bride at the door. Lecha Dodi, page 20.
The minor fall, the major
standing as we turn to page 28 for Baruch Hu, page 28. Page 30. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro ma'ariv ha'arvim, b'chokhmah poteach sha'arim, ubitvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umesader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotechem ba'arkia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi laila, uma'avdil bein yom uvein laila. Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravi. Shema, page 34. You may be seated. Please join me in chanting Ve'ahavta, page 36. Page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam ve'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'aderech u'v'shokbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha ve'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'isharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'lechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiyot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. Page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood foot at Sinai's foot. That wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt. That there is a better place, a promised land. That the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. That there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching, and singing together. Michamocha, page 40. Very dry in here. All good, just dry. Page 42. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, for your name's sake be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael, page 44. So השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותינו לעולם. ביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. We now rise for our tefillah, our amidah, beginning on page 46. Adonai, sefatai tiftoch, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotinu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Elohei Bilha, Elohei Zilpa, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, V'Zacher Hasdei Avot Mimot, Umevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo Ve'ava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mehayeh HaKol Atah Rav Le'Oshia, Mashiva Ruach U'Marid HaGashem, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verufei Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha B'Gevurot, U'Midom Eloch, Melech Mimit U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'Nemana Talachayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol, Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kedoshim B'chol Yom Yehalelu Chasedah, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We continue silently through Tefillat Halev, either praying the words on the page or the words in your heart. When you are concluded with your prayers, you may be seated. this new year bring nothing but blessings to all of us. We continue with Seder Kriyat HaTorah, our service for the reading of the Torah, as we welcome Mike Tucker for the honor of Hakafah, and eventually Hagba. As we all please rise and turn to page 246, page 246. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, udvar Adonai mirushalayim, baruch shenatan Torah, baruch shenatan Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Echa Adonai hagedula v'hagevura, hatiferet v'hanetzach v'ha'avot. Ki hu b'shamayim v'ha'aretz, ki hu b'shamayim v'ha'aretz. Adonai amalacha v'hamit na'aseh lecha lerosh. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu l'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu l'har kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu l'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu l'har kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. You may be seated. We warmly welcome, for the honor of tonight's Devar Torah, also a member of our board of directors, Barbara Heimov.
Shabbat Shalom. Good evening. Welcome. Shabbat Shalom out there in virtual land. And I would like to say happy Shabbat anniversary to Justine, who's watching tonight. We are incredibly grateful to be ending the year all together here, the secular year. So this would be a secular Shana Tova to you all. In this week's Parsha, it's Vayahi. We find Jacob living the final 17 years of his life. It's the end of the year. It is the end of Jacob's life. It's also the end of the first book of Genesis. We've read an entire book since we started, so aren't we proud of ourselves? You can put this on your reading list. So one of my favorite things is when they say, Hazak, Hazak, V'nich Hazek. Be strong, and we will strengthen each other. So as we go into the new year, let's all be together in our hearts, strengthening one another. The name of this parsha, Vayahi, means, and he lived. It's found in Genesis 47:28, and as his life ebbs, Jacob calls together all 12 of his children, his sons, and because of course sons are the ones that matter. And so he calls together all of his sons, the 12, what will become the 12 tribes of Israel. And he gives each child
a personal blessing. So I've been doing a lot of reading on this parsha, and there are very many different translations that you can come across from the original. And so depending on which translation, the blessings that Jacob gives to his children are quite a mixed bag of blessings. We've got things such as Issachar is a strong-boned ass crouching among the sheepfolds. Now, that's a heck of a blessing. My mom never gave me that one. Or Benjamin is a ravenous wolf. I think my mother did give me that one. So, not exactly traditional blessings, but this is the passage also where he blesses his grandchildren, Ephraim and Manasseh, and that is a blessing we still use each week when we do our blessing of children for a male identifying child. You bless them like Ephraim and Manasseh, the only two brothers in the Bible who never fought. But he gave them a blessing also. And I want to call attention to the fact that for each child, he gave a specific blessing. He used individual words appropriate to the situation. And that speaks to me of the power of words, the power of language. Some of you know I work in pediatrics, so I get to witness a lot of interactions between parents and their children, between siblings. And when I was a kid, my mom would tell me, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That's not true. I stand before you, a 54-year-old woman, still wounded by words that were said to me in my childhood. So, even when Jacob was talking to his children about things like being a ravenous wolf, even when he was using more negative words in his blessings, he was careful to never castigate the child. He condemned the action, but not the person. So I really like that because so many times we hear, she's the quiet one, he's the smart one, the different labels that we use for children and for our children, for other people's children. And, words have the power to build people up or to break them down. And when you say to a child or another person, limiting words, it doesn't allow them to reach their full potential. Giving open words, making sure that we're not engaging in the act of lashon hara. That is literally translated as bad talk, bad words. But it's when we gossip about people. Oh, she's whatever she is. He's whatever he is. But there's so much more to us than that. Sure, I am the loud one. I am the one who's ravenous like the wolf. But there's a lot more to me than just that. And very few women are mentioned in the Torah or in any of the historic literature. In the Talmud, again, very few female references. I was joking with Alexis because, of course, it's the male children that matter. But that's how we often receive the words from the Torah, because the women literally aren't even named in a lot of cases. It's just so-and-so's wife or so-and-so's daughter. But in the Talmud, one of the women that is mentioned is Beruria. And she was the daughter of the sage Ar-Hanaya ben Teradon. But she married Rav Meir, who was one of the great sages of the Mishnaic era. And there's a very famous Talmudic passage in Berachot that we read when way back at the beginning of Daf Yomi, if you're following the daily reading of the Talmud. And it relates a passage where Rav Meyer was saying those hoodlums out there, these young men were bothering him. Those hoodlums, I wish that they were dead. I will pray for them to be removed from the earth. And his wife, Beruria, said to him, wait, let's talk about your thinking here for a moment. In Psalms 104:3-5, it says, let sins cease from the land. And Rav Meyer was interpreting that to mean, let the wicked be destroyed. But she pointed out, it doesn't say to end the sinners. It says to end the sin. It is written, let sinners cease. The sin should cease. The sinner should cease sinning, not that they should cease to exist. And it is possible that wicked people can change, that those gentlemen who were bothering Rav Meyer could not, instead of, perishing, could see the error of their ways and change. And we can use her words that she called to the attention of a man back in a time when that, wasn't done very much. He was a learned scholar. She was just his wife. And she pointed out the erroneous logic in him praying for their demise. And she got to exhibit using those positive words. I think that I'm not big on New Year's resolutions, but for 2024, as I move forward, I'm going to work on mindfulness with my words. Because just like all of us, I'm quick to judge and dismiss something. I'm quick to say something off the cuff that later on I find out might have hurt someone's feelings. Or, I do it in jest. But the root of the word sarcasm comes from the Latin to flay, as in to flay flesh. So when I'm being sarcastic, I'm hurting. I'm hurting with my words. And as I move forward, I'm going to try to be more mindful with my words. It's not easy for me. I've got a lot of words. I have a lot of words, and they have a tendency to come out really quickly without me stopping to think of the ramifications. Every time we speak, it is a pebble in a still pond, and those ripples go out, for better or for worse. Our words have that ripple effect. I carry the words from my childhood that were spoken in anger, but I also carry the ones that were spoken in love. As we move forward into our new year, into the next chapter, let us all use our words to further love. Let us all use our words to uplift and to embolden people to reach their full potential. Don't limit with words. Let us open up our world and our words and our hearts as we join together in saying Shabbat Shalom.
Beautiful words spoken as we begin the last parsha of this book of the Torah and the last Shabbat of 2023, our secular year. So thank you so much, Barbara. If any of you in the community wish to participate in drashing, in reading from Torah, please send me a message. It would be my honor and my pleasure to welcome you to the Bima for either of those honors. You can also contact our Incredible Religious Practices Committee, which includes Howard Gordon in the back. Talk to him, he's here, and I'm sure he would love to get you connected to one of those honors. So as Barbara said, we will be reading from Vayechi. Vayechi is the last parsha of this book of Torah. And if you would like to follow along, you can be found in your Plout commentary, beginning on page 302, page 302. I'll be reading the first 4 verses, which is prior to where Barbara droshed about, but it is the beginning in which we have our patriarch thinking about where he wishes to be buried and what promises can be made on your deathbed. So for the honor of tonight's Aliyah, we will call upon Shauna Winokur. Ta'amod Shana bat harav Avraham ve'yafala yala Torah. Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kervanu le'avodato v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. V'chi achar hadvarim ha'ele v'yomer leYosef hine. Oh wait, no, hold on. No, that's right. Le'Yosef hine. No, I think it actually is higher up than that. That's the middle of the parsha. It's another Vaychi, but it is not the proper one.
What are the first words? I hope you find it.
Apologies. Vaychi Yaakov is the beginning. Yeah, it's not Vaychi Yaakov, so it's farther up the page. Apologies, my friends.
You don't have periods, that's the problem.
There's no punctuation in this Torah, is the trouble. And if the word Vayechi starts the parsha, but also is in the middle of the parsha, not helpful. Not helpful, but I will find you.
Let's see.
Okay, hold on. It's the middle of the page.
It's going to be in the middle of a line because I don't see it on the...
Apologies, friends. We will get there.
Maybe you should just read that.
Yeah, I know. I could probably just read there, but I will get there. It's right. There we are. Nope. Almost. Almost, but not quite.
Oh, right here, right here. See where my finger's pointing?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's just a couple of lines up. Middle of the page, friends, for those of you who may be looking. Vayhi Yaakov be'eretz Mitzrayim shana shnei esrim sheva vay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Shvai Surim Shana.
shana vayhi v'ime Yaakov shana chaye. I'm all off now. Chayon sheva shanim ve'arba'im. Umati shana vaygravu yemei Yisrael lamut vayikra livnei leYosef vayomer lo im na matzati chen be'enaich shem na yadcha tachat yechi v'asita imadi chesed ve'emet al na tikranai b'Mitzrayim v'shachavti im votai v'nishavtani miMitzrayim bikirtani bikratam ve'yomer anochi esrei Kivod, oh my goodness. Kidvarecha. Vayomer hashati li v'sha'av lo v'ishtachavu Yisrael al rosh hamatah. Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years, and in the days of Jacob, the years of his life were 147 years. The time approached for Israel to die, so he called for his son, for Joseph. And he said to him, please, If I have found favor in your eyes, please place your hand under my leg and do kindness and truth with me. Please do not bury me in Egypt. For I will lie down with my fathers, and you shall transport me out of Egypt and bury me in their tomb." He said, "I personally will do as you have said." And he replied, "Swear to me." And he swore to him. Then Israel prostrated himself toward the head of his bed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. No, you can't sit until you get a special blessing. Yeah, it's such a pleasure to have you up here. I don't think we've had the honor of having you up here in quite a while. So, Misha Berach for your aliyah. Misha Berach Avotinu v'Imotinu, Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov, Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah, Hu Yivarech et Shana bat Harav Avraham v'Yafa, Ba'avur shel ta lichvod hamakom lichvod haTorah. B'schar zeh HaKadosh Baruch Hu yishmerecha v'yatzilecha mikol tzara v'tuka u'mikol nega u'machala v'yishlach baracha v'chatzlecha v'chol ma'aseh yadecha im kol Yisrael v'nomar. Amen. May God send blessing and success to your every endeavor together with all of Israel, and we say together, Amen. Thank you for coming up. Just a moment. Oh, yes, we should certainly protect her. It is at this time that we take a moment for Misha Berach. We gave a Misha Berach for the Aliyah. We also, in this time, think of those in our community in need of a speedy healing. In this community, we are especially thinking of Barbara Becker, Michelle Bellin, Earl Benton, Irene Borsis, Mike Capsuto, Luke Chakran, Richard Eckelman, Christiana Garasek, Adrian Greenberg, Bill Hogue, Cindy Jen, Susan Kibble, Cindy Colson, Shannon Laren, Stephen Lesser, John Levant, Ennis Marcus, Sarah McRobbie, Shara Newman, Terry O'Brien, Steve Ostrin, Susan Parker, Avi Perry, Bruce Richardson, Ron Ross, Joe Rocher, Mariah Weinberg-Schar, Mari Schulman, Mimi Spencer, George Watson, Doris Willis, Christine Wofford, Shirley Wolf, David Zutz, Sarah Bat Elisheva, and Esther Malka Chana Bat Batia Ruth. Are there other names in this community? Please say them aloud. Avraham Yitzchak, now those names which we said aloud, and those names in your heart, be blessed with a speedy healing of mind, body, and soul, as we say together, Amen. We continue with the lifting and dressing of the Torah, Hagba and Galila, as we ask you to please rise. You may be seated. thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, those of our beloved family and friends whom death has recently taken from us, those who have died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. In our community, we are observing Shaloshim for Cami Rhodes, mother of Ella and Zentilis, Rabbi David Ellenson, friend of Rabbi Stephen and Robin Einstein, and many in the religious community, and Ronald Wallace, brother of Linda McCaney and uncle of Lisa Olson. As a reminder in our community, when you hear the name of your loved one, we invite you to please rise in their honor. This week we are commemorating the yahrzeits of Max Abchin, father of Joan Boudman, Simon Axelrod, father of Edith Schreiman, James Schradsky Bach, father of Ted Bach, Stephen Breitbart, Marjorie Brochner, mother of Carol Collin, Jack H. Brown Jr., brother of Marcia Cass, Ava Chaban, Alvin Crum, cousin of Steve Maybaum, Dorothy Engel, mother of Judith Meyer, Augusta Wexler Frank, aunt of Martine Levin, Isidore Goldstein, Edith Golay, Annette Grewag, mother of Carol Kolodny, Helen Ingram, aunt of Leslie Wheatley and remembered by Stephanie Kornberg, Anne W. Lazarus, mother of Barbara Nyman, Abraham Leibowitz, father of Marlene Levy, Ed Maddock, friend of Laura Pinkham, Virginia Rose Marsh, mother of Barbara Heimoff, Annette Meyer, Harry Mintz, Rita Montgomery, mother of Mira Adler, Albert Myers, father of Sue Rosen, Isidore Rakowski, uncle of Ben Dolgan, Herbert Rosenfeld, uncle of Sandy Maybaum, George Harry Rothschild, father of Martine Levin, Sheila Schulman, mother of Craig Schulman, Max Slobodkin, father of Sheila Gershwin, Gussie Sokolow, remembered by Marilyn Sokolow, Reuben Summers, father of Diana Kaufman, Morris Steiner, cousin of Arnold Adler, Tammy Thompson, Abraham Winokur, father of Shauna Winokur, and Gisha Yablonka, grandmother of Elaine Sinclair. Are there any other names for Kaddish this evening? We rise together in support of our mourning friends and to honor those who no longer have someone to say Kaddish for them. Kaddish Yatom Mourner's Kaddish can be found on page 294, page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam u'amei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudashah richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush v'chata v'nechemata, ta'miram be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabbah min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. You may be seated. We welcome back Barbara Heimov, representing our board of directors.
Hello, Shabbat Shalom again. I'm now here in the official capacity representing you as one of the members of your board of directors. I noticed tonight we do not have a streaming sponsor. And that makes me very sad because our live streamers are very welcome and definitely a part of our community, not in the building, but in our hearts. So make sure that if you have the ability, you sponsor an oneg for us to eat here, or you sponsor the live stream so they can watch up there. We have so many wonderful events coming up. As always, Cantor Sagan has done a remarkable job this evening with Catherine Klein. And if you want to hear more about the stories of music, she does lunch and learn. Like, we don't have her doing enough around here, but you are welcome to come and join her the first and third Thursdays. We have a Tzedek Tots Tu B'Shabbat celebration. That's excellent because it is not limited to CBT members, nor even limited to those of the Jewish faith. Bring random children off the street. They'd love to come. Just do please RSVP so they know how many kids you're dragging in here. It'll be my first year with the Purim Spiel cast, and I'm really looking forward to that. So if you would like to make some mayhem with us, please reach out to Jay Seiden on that. I would like to thank the most handsome usher. He kept us safe this whole time, and he happens to be my husband, Andrew Heimov. Hi, honey. And I'd also like to thank the Gordons. They were instrumental in keeping us safe here tonight as well. If you have any questions, please reach out to me or any of the board of directors. We would be happy to speak with you about CBT. This is your family. Please join in. Committees are now seeking members for the new year. So let's get involved and enjoy 2024 together as a community. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Another exciting thing on our Tu B'Shvat celebration, it is an all-family learning day. We'll be welcoming all the families in the religious school, and we will be having our second annual art show. So we will open that up to the community. You'll see a flyer soon celebrating the art in the community, taught by the incredible Mrs. Sharon Goldhammer over there. We're very grateful to have her as a part of our community. So Tu B'Shvat will be hopping here. That is the birthday of the trees, for those of you who maybe are not so familiar. So it'll be a wonderful celebration and a wonderful celebratory day. Speaking of trees, I'm going to start saying this multiple times, especially leading up to Tu B'Shvat. I want everyone to go look to your either left or right, depending. There is an incredible tree over there. On that tree are leaves. Those leaves commemorate special things that are happening in this community. You can have a leaf on that incredible tree. Please talk to our office. Sponsor a leaf. If you've had a simcha that's come and gone, if you've had a special moment you want to commemorate, if there's a birth, if there's someone you want to remember, we have some incredible acorns for those in our community who are beloved and are remembered when we walk by. This is a way to support the synagogue and honor someone that you love and care about. Although we're at the end of the fiscal year and that donation would go towards next year, we would love to have that. When you purchase any of the things that go on that tree, you have a special moment here, you get an aliyah, or you get a special moment. We will honor that person by showing off that beautiful leaf. So please be thinking about that, especially as we're starting to think of the birth of the trees, right? So talk to me, talk to the office, purchase a leaf to remember someone or remember a special event. On that note, for a very happy new year and thinking about all those that we love and care about, we're going to conclude this part of our service with Adon Olam, which you can find on page 321, I believe, but sung to a familiar tune that you may sing in a couple of days. Adon Olam. Passover be truly fantastic for everyone. We ask that you now please rise for Kiddush and Motzi. You can sing it to almost anything. They knew right what to do, didn't they? We go ahead and raise our Kiddush cup. LMA, will you raise it up for us? Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'ahava uratzon hinhilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, ki banu acharta, ve'atanu kidashta, mikol hamim, ve'shabbat